All right, this is part two. This is actually speaking to maybe one of my weaknesses because we all know that that's always a question that gets asked. What are your weaknesses? And my weaknesses typically I take on more than I can handle. Too many projects, too many things in the works, but I'm working on it. Right? I got a little distracted, but was able to bring it together. So this is part one. Let's see how my AI is looking. Or see how it's doing. It's currently generating a lot of code. What did it say? When I pasted all that stuff, I bumped it up 10 points just by speaking that little blurb, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Makes sense. All right. Uh-oh. You've used consider enabling payloads. You go. Yeah, they're starting to squeeze me for dollars. Okay. Let me go back to the DBT site because I kind of zipped through that faster than I wanted to. Fighting a little bit of a cold too, by the way. All right. I really got to get my tab game improved. Okay. Okay. So from a design standpoint, I love this. I love this like gradient, um, almost like a rough gradient. I think that's really well done. Um, so let's just go back. So I mentioned. So I've been kind of playing around, just having fun with this video, but I do want to get a little bit more serious because this is obviously very important to DBT. Um, Initial impression, your website has to be your best salesperson, and it's got to be geared towards the right persona, and it's got to be geared towards the right goal. If your website is built to satisfy and serve your existing customers, then you know what? Maybe this message makes sense. I'm a bigger fan of focusing on net new because that's going to enable a lot of things, and serving and satisfying your existing customers is par for the course. So I prefer messaging that's geared towards net new logos because your existing customers, they know where to go. They're logging into your products. They know your support teams, your service teams. Hopefully you're engaging with them. So I prefer to keep the website focused on net new revenue. So I wouldn't pick this message, but that's just me. Um, the three little blurbs announcing, so you go right into products. Okay. So I don't know, like I'm not the right persona, obviously, but this is geared towards, I would assume, existing customers. Um, Everybody's got an AI, that's fine. Data control plan keeps you ahead of the curve. All right. So now you're switching from customer to this is more about pure net new, I would assume. Data control plane, orchestration, observability, catalog, semantics, transformation, fusion engine. Okay, cool. Um, this looks like it's clickable and it's not. I would. This is like you could build this to be clickable in like 30 minutes. Meet Fusion, the new engine powering DBT. So it's a little from a product standpoint. Maybe this is in the navigation. It's unclear to me what what is it? Is this like a Sentry, right? Where you kind of plug in and it spits out all the things you need to know. Copilot accelerates development with AI. I'd be really interested to see how this works. Also, Copilot, it's kind of a Microsoft term. All right, this is the credibility section. Makes sense. Quality, trust, efficiency, costs. These are pretty standard messages. Top companies. Okay. The quotes are a little vague. I'm going to be a little critical here, but it's okay. Access to accurate data allows us to improve the customer experience. I mean, these are all pretty boilerplate quotes. I like things that'll be a little bit more raw and authentic. This is all good. Numbers matter. I don't know if they're true or not. Um, Request a demo and create a free account. Those, I mean, I would be curious to see what the breakdown is. But if you're an engineering persona, I highly doubt an engineer wants to see a demo. If you're selling to engineers, which it seems like you are, or some other persona, I highly doubt they want to see a demo. I think they want to start using it. Integrations par for the course. G2 trusted globally, proven at scale. So this is more trust and credibility, which makes sense. Um, yeah, I mean the largest community taking shaping data. Yeah, I mean that's good. That's good. All right, these are a little hard to read. So this is for developers getting started. All right, so what the hell is it? What does it do? How does it work? All right, here we go. So I'm assuming that's authentication. That's your data sources, raw, gets it ready, and then you can see trends and analysis. Okay. Built for the cloud, modular, collaboration. This is clickable. Nice. Version control your logic. Interesting. All right. Community is good. I love community. Hard to manage, but a company this size and scale, a lot easier, I would assume. Okay, cool. So here's some of the markets: commerce, healthcare. I would say financial services is this, or e-commerce is a under financial services. All right. Love the case stories. Would like to see something a little bit different here. This is just abstract. There's the integrations. Great. Okay. So the product, the use case, AI ready data, data modernization, cost optimization, embedded analytics, data quality and trust. You know, like use cases. There's a handful of different words that get used incorrectly from my perspective, and when it comes to like use cases, it's the people that are using the product. What are they trying to achieve, right? Um, AI ready data. Yeah, I don't know. It's that maybe that's more like data, data cleansing for AI, data modernization. Uh, I think you actually do a better job of describing the use case underneath. Standardizing pipelines, eliminating unnecessary compute, deliver consistent metrics to right. Like the secondary sentence actually speaks better to the use case. These vague buckets kind of can be difficult to understand. Um, okay, so like integrations, everybody can do integrations. The question is like, what are you actually trying to do with that? So, be interesting. Um, I was under solutions. I didn't even realize it. What is DPT platform? Okay, let's go here. The standard for AI on structured data. All right. Yeah. I mean, there's some good stuff in here. Develop, plan, deploy, test, observe, discover. So the sort of the one word marketing bucket, industries, customers, right? resources, all this stuff's good. This is all good stuff. Be curious to know how it's being used. Um, let's go check on my site. All right, let's see how AI positions me. Stephen Newman, demand generation candidate, revenue focused marketing executive. Yeah, that's true. Ready to scale DBT Labs demand generation across channels and global markets. Yep, 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 yep. True. Yep, 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 yep. This is pretty sweet how they did this. Cool. I think it's undersold me on the revenue on the regional stuff. Uh, it cut off my other experience. I don't like that. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to record. We don't need this anymore. I'm going to record another one. I know that there's other tools out there that can probably do this a little bit better. I actually built one, but this is just easiest for now. All right, so the page looks good. Um, it's cut off. It only shows my three most recent experiences. It doesn't show my experience with Thought Industries, which we generated tons of pipeline there. It doesn't show my experience with Eris, same thing, tons of pipeline. Doesn't show my experience with Eloqua, same deal. I don't like the Transform DBT Labs demand gen. I don't know, but it's too early to tell what needs to be changed or implemented. Um, it's probably underselling my time at Crezo. I mean, I did that for 3 years and started with nothing. Not easy to raise money, not easy to juggle all those things. Got a damn PhD in business after that one. Um, so I would say let's expand on that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, probably one of the biggest things missing from this is just my ability to connect data, interpret data, and segment and slice and dice and identify key segments in emerging markets. That's probably one of the biggest strengths that I have that it's not really well represented on my resume because you got to understand a lot of the context and the backstory. So, I mean, every job that I've had, we've been able to serve very broad markets, and that's a blessing and a curse. But here recently with Check It was a great example. They got healthcare customers, they got entertainment customers, they got food customers, they got restaurants, they got facilities. I mean, they had customers sprinkled out everywhere, but they weren't really getting any traction anywhere. I mean, they closed like just a handful of net new logos in the last several years, and nobody seemed to think this was a problem. But I came in and sliced and diced the data and looked at the rep performance and where we had been seeing traction and what was the most upside. And I'm like, look, senior living is the space to be in because it's a growing, emerging, not emerging, it's a growing market because there's a lot of baby boomers that are coming in. They're going to need places to stay at home or at actual nursing home locations. So by default, there's going to be demand there. And we had a sensor offering and workflow offering that made sense. And so we just literally went in and identified the top 150 accounts, and that we just hammered those accounts, and we were able to learn like really good insights into half of those accounts in 4 months. And we closed a handful of deals out of that, and we got tons of upside on it. Just takes a bit of time. But like that was one out of all the markets, like that was the one we picked, and they said it was the best campaign that's ever been run in the history of the company. Um, Same thing when I was at Thought Industries. We we had tons of leads coming through, and because everybody was looking for learning management systems at the time, and I was able to. This is back 2016, so before all these fancy tools existed. And I ran all of our recent lead gen activity, parsed out all the domains, was able to clean and append all that data, and then build out targeted personas and segmentations and based on active demand, and then show the trends over time. And then basically said, look, there's an opportunity here to focus on customer training specifically for B2B SaaS companies, because they need to be able to retain their customers, get them launched, onboarded, trained quicker, and that'll just lead to less churn and better outcomes. And that was literally the shift that they implemented, and it worked. And they still message that way. And I haven't been there since 2018. So that's not really represented here. I'm big into the data. I can tell stories with data. Anybody can look at a chart and tell you which way the chart's gone, but can you tell a story? So anyway, let's go back to my little tool here. Um, oh, this thing's been running. I forgot about it. Let's just it's probably not going to give me. Is it going to give me 5 minutes for transcription? Usually, like 2 or 3 minutes is the most that I can get out of this thing. Let's see. Let's see what Sam Altman's been doing. Oh, wow. Impressive. All right, let's run that through. Okay. I'm going to give you additional context. Use it to enhance the page. Don't cut out big sections. Just make it better or add more to the page. Boom, boom, boom. Here's the context. Whatever. All right, so that is going to run in the background. So let me jump back here. So, contact. Yeah, all that's good. I should probably get a picture of myself on there. Do I have any good pictures? I could probably find one. All right, cool. What else can I link to here? All right, so that opens up the mail. Nice. Nice. Don't save. Is this calling me? I guess it could. Sweet. Let's go back. Amazing additional context. Add a third CTA, which can be a link to my direct non-AI enhanced resume. Which will be this one. You know what? I don't believe anybody's actually going to watch this video in its totality. Restricted only people. Anyone with a link can view. Right. I don't think anybody's going to watch this in totality, but it is fun. I mean, it's just one job. It's one job. And I get to learn a little bit about the business, give you a little bit of an evaluation of what I can do or evaluation of the current company, give you a little flavor into my personality, how I think, Um, I'm very adaptable. You put me into different situations, I can adapt. Every company I've worked for, I've had to run a different playbook, and often I've had to learn and create that playbook myself. It's not one size fits all. And at every company I've worked at, I've been able to tap into like one emerging channel that that yields results. I would say Check It's probably the outlier, but Check It is Check It's is different. I mean, I tripped and fell into that just by connecting with an old colleague who needed some help. Ended up paying halfway decent. I could needed the cash at the time, and it worked out. And it was the perfect job. Still is for somebody that ran a startup for 3 years and was pretty burnt out. So after doing 50 jobs for no pay, being able to do one job for decent pay has been a breath of fresh air. The fact that they're in the UK means that half the day is done by the time I show up for work. So that part's been nice. But there is just old. It's just an old company, old tech, old stodgy thinking. Not really, uh, not just not aligned to my purpose. I like taking on new things, and so from that standpoint, like this would be something new. I have done marketing to engineering teams before at Eris. We sold product lifecycle management software to literally rocket scientists and engineers and some really, really freaking smart people. Um, but this is that would be, yeah, right here. We did really well. Eloqua, we did well. All these companies did well, right? We sold Forum to Diversys, acquired by Illuminate. I was not a part of that acquisition, unfortunately. Raised my own thing, but that was tough. Tough, 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 tough. And it's been okay. It's been interesting. Just not fully aligned to my purpose. Right. So that's been the big difference. Let's go back and check on Cursor. All right. Okay. I don't know. Just link to the doc. You don't need to read it. Okay. Let's see how this is looking. See, this is where you gotta go through and QA this sucker. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now let's actually go in and QA it. All right. So where's this going to be at? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, a little bit of a lull here. Just trying to make some tweaks and edits. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right. Okay, so let's see. Let's remove the download resume CTA. All right, let's wrap this up because I've been doing this for less than an hour. But I could probably get some more specific numbers here, in here, in here. But and I can probably give you a better picture. I think I'm going to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. But at the end of the day, maybe this is where I can wrap up. At the end of the day, my philosophy is business and growth and success is a combination of a few different things. Number one, obsessing over the customer, giving them the things that they need, and also giving them the things that they don't realize that they need. Product market fit, obviously very important. At $100 million in recurring revenue, you found product market fit. Keeping it and sustaining it is going to be tricky. And what's the big differentiation? What's the elevator pitch to my granny? But really, what's the channel? What's the channel that's really been working? Is it referrals? Is it inbound? Is it trials? Is it socials and LinkedIn? Is it community? Like events? I feel like events are going to be the best way to get traction because builds trust, credibility. And nothing you see online anymore is real. So you want to meet people, shaking hands, kissing babies, right? You want to be in person, talking to customers, talking to prospects, and building trust and credibility and delivering value and getting ahead of the curve and differentiation. But it's really those intersections of what's the product you're selling, what are the problems you're solving, how can you add value to customers, what channel is working, where can you find and acquire new customers, what's the business model, is it monthly recurring, annual recurring, freemium, upgrade, services based, right? And what's the persona? Who are you selling to? What's the profile? What life experiences are they going through currently? Right. So bringing all those things together, telling a story that resonates in a simple way, and getting out in front and testing and trying and failing and testing and trying and failing more until you hit on what works. So I'd be interested to have a conversation and talk a little bit more about the role and what problems you're solving, what problems you're having currently within marketing. And I'm going to upload this video and send it along, and let's have a chat. So anyway, hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you out there.